All right, hey there, friends. Welcome to episode 13 of Learning Hand Tool Woodworking, where we're going to have some fun dressing up the edge of a board here. We're going to work our way through, as we're working our way through the Teacher's Handbook of Sloyd, we are now at exercises 17 and 18. So let's take a look at that and see what we've got. We have focused a lot on making our boards flat and square, getting everything perfectly aligned. Now we're going to put a little bit of dressing on the edge. So if we look at number 17, that is beveling, where we're going to put a simple bevel across one edge. And for that, it recommends that we use the triplane. So we mount it firmly into the bench and we go with the fibers as we did in number 8. So if you look at number 18 though, it's a little bit different, some similarities there. That's why we're doing them together. This is, we're going to put a rounded edge on there. He calls it modeling. So we're gonna plane a convex surface onto the edge of a board. For the first one, they recommend doing the triplane, which of course we use the jack plane for that. For the second one, it recommends doing a smoothing plane. So let's jump back over here and let's get into it. So we have just a piece of scrap board. This is a piece of pine. Let's get it locked in firmly. Oh, before we do that, we actually have to mark out what it is we're going to be planing. So let's take our pencil and we want to put roughly a 45-degree on here. If you wanted to be exact, you'd probably get your combination square out and measure it. I'm just going to measure with my finger here, and we're going to go that far on that side. Then we want to come over here and put the same measurement over on this side. So with our plane, now we're going to take off this corner and we're going to plane down to those two lines, and that should give us a nice bevel. So normally I would do this kind of facing me, but if I did that, you wouldn't be able to see what was going on. All right, so we're going to take the jack plane here and get this out of the way, and we're just going to start long strokes going all the way through. I do have this set for a fairly light cut, but you can see we're already making really good progress on this thing. We're almost down to the line there, almost down to the line on this side. Okay. Put a little bit more emphasis over here, put a little bit more emphasis on this side. Then nice full strokes. All right, and probably one more. And there you go. So within just a couple of minutes, we have put a nice bevel on this side of the board. So I know it's kind of hard to see there. Nice bevel on this side. So that's exercise 17, putting a bevel along one edge. Now we could have made this bevel as big or as small as we want it. We'd just have to mark that out. But for exercise 18, and I actually think this is a lot of fun. So for exercise 18, I want to introduce you to one of my best friends. All right, this is a Stanley. Okay, this is a Stanley number 120. I see a lot of comments online about what a terrible plane this is. I absolutely love this thing. I have a lot of fun with it. Well, let me show you something here. Let's go back to, we're going to go back to, too far. Clicking faster than my pages are flipping. Gone too far the other way now. Page 100, look at that, down in the bottom left-hand corner. That is, according to Otto Saloman, that is the American style smoothing plane. That is a Stanley number 120 type 1. All right. This is the exact same plane. The only difference is that mine is a later model. I don't have the star on there, but it's the same mechanism. Difficult to control sometimes. That's why people don't like it, but I love the way it feels in my hand, and um, it just really does well. So now I got kind of a light stroke going there. All right. In this case, we are going to round over. We're going to do a complete round over. And to do that, you start on one side, put a bevel over there, come back on this side, put a bevel there. Let me move this down. I'm getting a little bit of wobble in my board. Let's move it down. So we do over here on this side, do a couple of strokes. Come over on this side. Now you can see we're starting to put some ridges in there. So you'll want to come in now and take those ridges down. Do the same thing over on this side. Okay, now we're about the middle of the board over there. Come over here. And just keep working yourself around this. Any block plane, any smoothing plane will work for you. So what I do is after I get the basic shape, I just kind of move in long strokes all the way around. All right. Take a look at it. See what you got there. A little bit of tear out on that end, so we took care of that. Not quite rounded. A little bit of a high spot there. Let's take that down. Okay. Lighten the stroke up a little bit. Okay. This one adjusts by moving this lever up and down rather than a twist knob. So that's, again, one of the things that people don't like about it, but that's one of the things that I do. Nice light strokes going across just to help clean it up a little bit. Okay, and there you have a round over. We could spend a little bit more time on it, and if this were a piece of furniture, we'd want to probably smooth this out. But this particular finish, I mean, no sanding necessary. It is ready to go. A little bit of a high spot there that just means it's not quite perfect. We got a little bit of a ridge left. All right, so what I'd really like you to take away from this is don't feel like you are limited by the number of tools that you have. There are other tools that would do this quicker, easier, but there's multiple ways to accomplish everything in what you're doing. So 2 new skills. Number 17, beveling the edge using a triplane. Block plane would work just fine for that. And doing a round over on the piece. Now we're starting to get into some more decorative pieces that'll really help dress up the work that you're doing. All right, another nice quick one here, and I hope you're getting something out of this. And until next time, take care. God bless.